We're back. Hello. Part 2. Part 2 of Right Before. Who's that? Huh? Guess who? Guess who? Another hint will be dropped very soon. If you haven't figured it out yet. Who's in the chat? What's going on here? Who's joining us live? Live we have Cog Whistle, Solar Star-Lord. Welcome. You're doing some work for us in that XCOM campaign, Solar Star-Lord. You're doing that research. You're a valued scientist, valued member of the team. No one ever praises the scientists. I do. We have electrical skateboard and we have electrical longboard. Am I getting trolled right now? What's going on right now? Am I getting trolled? What's happening? We got electrical longboard now. Is this like a clan? Is this like a StarCraft clan? You just easily create a new BattleNet ID. Bam, I'm a fan. So I'm just gonna create an ID called Electrical Longboard. Jump in, join the party. Electrical Skateboard. You know, I would say I'm a fan of Electrical Longboard, but I think I'm evenly a fan of Electrical Skateboard as well. It's hard. It's hard to balance one over the other because one's good for long distance, one's good for short distance. But when you throw electricity into the mix, I'm thinking it's a little bit more useful for a longboard because chances are you could be traveling with the longboard and point A to point B. The electricity is going to help a lot more with the longboard. What are you going to be doing? Tricks? You could be doing tricks with your electrical skateboard. You're doing little electrical powered tricks. Maybe you could do some epic flips and shit. Epic moves. I don't know. I'll have to see some video. Electrical skateboard, you're going to have to convince me that the electricity is being put to better use for you versus a longboard, which essentially just goddamn nothing but reaping the rewards of that electricity from point A to point B. Are you kidding me right now? Bam. All right, what's the next topic? Oh. Is North Korea playing nice? Are they? Reading in the news, which we haven't touched on yet. So let's go ahead and touch the news. Oh, you wanna cover me up, huh? Okay, not this time. Chrome, Google Chrome. What are you doing? All right, what's going on here? North Korea and South Korea leaders agree on denuclearization, but avoid specifics. Seems a little too good to be true, huh? Why is Mr. Kim, I call him Mr. because he's not a doctor, alright? I doubt he even has a master's degree. Actually, it would be interesting to find out what kind of education Kim Jong-un actually has. Do you think he has an education? Like, I think he went to high school and like standard like stuff we do everywhere else. Like, probably went to school and he probably got private tutoring. I'm guessing. If I had to guess, he probably got like homeschooled. Just a guess. I don't know. Playing nice all of a sudden. Playing nice. Why is he playing nice? Huh? What did the Chinese president, prime minister, what did he say to him? Huh? What did he say? Because he met with them. He was on that train. Everybody knew he was on that train. He was coming back. Where's he coming back from? Pretty obvious where he's coming back from. He's coming back from fucking China in a meeting with whatever the fuck that guy's name is. The leader of China, who's now going to be leader for life. Does that sound a little freaky to you? The fact that he's going to be in there for the rest of his life? That sounds a little bit too much power for one person. All of a sudden, Trump's a fan of him. Huh? Why is Trump a fan of the guy that's going to be in there for life? Huh? It's interesting that Trump was against China for the longest time, and then all of a sudden this guy's in there for life. Now Trump's a fan of him. Is that fear? Is that respect? Or is he admiring him? Is that something he wants? Does Trump want to be in there for life? You better believe. If the option was on the table, Trump would be like, fuck yes! President for life, motherfucker! Probably not going to happen, but you bet your ass Trump's going to put some little things in place that after the 8 years, he's going to still have his sausagey little fingers in that cookie jar of America. I better believe that shit. Look at what he's doing. Look at what he's doing. He's setting everything up so that after he's out of office, he's still going to be in control. He's still going to be in control. Let's read some of these articles. What's going on with these guys? Huh? Kim. Yeah, I'm a fan of this haircut. I'm a fan. He's always maintained this haircut. Like, does he wake up every day? It's never like even the slightest bit grown in. Like, you know how you shave and you're like, fuck it, I'm not gonna shave today. The little stubble's coming in. And it's like, fuck, I'll just do it tomorrow or the day after. This guy, nah. This guy, he's on top of that shit every day. Every fucking day, he's going over. Well, he's probably got somebody doing it for him. Every day, he's like, we gotta maintain exactly X amount of millimeters. We gotta maintain that fade, motherfucker. We gotta maintain that fade every day, huh? He's on top of that hair. He's on top of that shit. Which I don't understand. Like, Asians have the best hair. They have the silkiest, straightest. Like, they wake up, they don't even have to fucking take a shower. They just fall out of bed with perfect hair. Like, what the fuck, man? That's insanity. What's happening? Like, why do you guys get such, like, the luck of perfect hair? If I grew my hair out, it would be like an afro. Like, it wouldn't even be curly like Cedar's. Huh? It wouldn't be like one of those like Michael Jackson hairs. It would be like a fro, like a puff. That's how fucked my hair is. It's all frizzy and shit. It's a good thing it's receding. One of these days, I'm just gonna be like, fuck you, and go bald. Just shave that shit off. People are afraid. Like, oh no, I gotta get a hair transplant. It's too embarrassing. Not this guy. I'm waiting. I can't wait to jump at the opportunity to just get it all out of there. Get the fuck out of here. I had a bald head before. Like, I shaved it before. That shit is so liberating. It's so good. You could like lube it up, make it all sexy. Man, there's no better feeling. There's no better feeling than a cleanly shaved head and like a little bit of baby oil or something, a little bit of lube. Just fucking put that shit on there. It feels like a fucking fetus. Like not a fetus, a freshly born baby. Because there's just so much extra skin. It's all like fucking, it's all a little fat, especially the back of your head. Just all like squishy and shit. If you haven't tried that shit, grow your hair out, shave it off, donate the hair to cancer or whatever. Do it for that reason, and then people won't yell at you. But just secretly, the real reason is so you can lube your head and just have that feeling. Experience that feeling. That shit is, not many things on this planet come close to that. Let me tell you, all right, what's going on here? The summit, is it only because of the summit? Let me explain something to you. All these fucking news sites talking about commitment to complete denuclearization. They're selling you a bunch of shit. They're not telling you the real story. They're not actually gonna denuclearize everything. When I see that, when I read that, it means, oh, they're gonna take apart all their nukes, they're gonna get rid of everything, they're not gonna do any more nuking. They're not gonna have any kind of nails. They're gonna declaw themselves. That's not what it means. The real story, and more specifically what he said, was we are going to halt testing. That doesn't mean complete denuclearization. It means they're just not going to test anymore. He specifically said we're done with our testing. We've achieved nuclear power status. We're happy with what we have. We're done. We're just going to hang on to this power now. They're in the same boots as like Russia, China, everybody else who has nukes. They're in the same boat. They're just another country who has nukes now. They're not getting rid of them. I don't know why these fucking news sites are selling you this bullshit saying, oh, they're a cute little kitten with no claws now. They still got claws. They're a ferocious fucking tiger. They could take you out anytime they want. They're hanging on to that shit. They're not getting rid of it. That is definitely a lie, whatever the fuck they're saying right now. But this might explain why he's playing a little nicer now. Because before, maybe he was acting out of fear. Maybe little Kim was scared. He's like, oh, everybody's got all these big guns. And we have no big guns. We have small guns. We need to get those nukes up and running. So he's posturing. He's posturing as he builds his arsenal. Now he's got his arsenal. He has no reason to posture anymore. This is what you gotta be afraid right now. Alright? Let me explain basic human psychology right now. And this will relate. When you're weak, you don't know how to defend yourself. When you don't know how to protect yourself, and you run into a conflict on the street, let's say, or somebody breaks into your house, or anything in life. If you're a weak person, you're gonna overreact. You're gonna posture. You're gonna go crazy. Your emotions are gonna get the better of you. You're gonna be going crazy. You're gonna be all wacky and shit. You can always spot those guys, like at a bar or what. You got a little bit too much to drink, you know. Anywhere in life, just you encounter somebody, and you have a little conflict. You can always tell the person who knows shit and actually has power, who can fight, who can defend themselves, if they have a gun, whatever, it doesn't matter, right? You can always tell that person because they're calm. They stay calm. Because they know at any time, motherfucker, I could smoke you. I could just erase you from my eyesight. You're in my face right now. Blink of an eye, I can erase you. They stay calm. They talk calm. They try to diffuse the situation. Not for themselves. You gotta understand this. Not for themselves. They're doing it for the other person. They're doing it to protect the other person. Because they know it's like, look, man, if you really want to do this, I can just end you right now. Easy. Just drop you. But I really don't want to do that. So I'm just going to try to stay calm and diffuse the situation for your sake, not for mine. Now, that is proven. That's scientifically proven. Neurology has studied it. Scientists have, like, it's basic human interaction. That's how humans behave. If you're weak, the animals are the same. If you're weak and you feel as if you're being threatened, which you will be feeling as if you're being threatened if you can't defend yourself, you're gonna overreact. Somebody who knows how to defend themselves, somebody who knows I'm gonna be fine, I know how to fight, they're not gonna overreact because they don't feel as if they're in danger. Alright? They always stay calm. Now, you translate that over to what's happening right now with North Korea. He was going crazy for the longest time. He was being all wacky and shit. Posturing. Going nuts. Oh, there's a conflict. There's a conflict. What do we can't defend ourselves. Let's go nuts. Let's go crazy. Let's do this, do that. This fucking posture. Does that remind you of anybody? Somebody who can't defend themselves. Somebody who feels as if they're under real threat. All of a sudden, pivots on a dime. Now, seems like a pretty normal dude. Pretty civilized guy. Being friends with China, being friends with South Korea. Trump's getting in there. He's going to get into those talks. He's even being friends with Trump. With the US. All of a sudden, he's everybody's best friend. He's all calm and shit. Why do you think that? You think he's actually had a mental breakdown and is like, oh yeah, let's get rid of all our weapons, get rid of all our nukes, let's be friends with everybody. You think he's actually... Or do you think now he's calm because he doesn't see a threat anymore? Think about it. Now he's happy. Now he's reaching out to people. Having meetings and shit. That's not the behavior of someone who doesn't have nukes at his disposal and weapons at his disposal. He might not have the army. I mean, I'm sure North Korea has the army and the manpower, not even nothing close to China. He's friends with China now. I don't know who the fuck knows what they talked about in that meeting that they had. Kim Jong-un and the Chinese president. Who knows what they talked about? All of a sudden, after that meeting, he's everybody's best friend. So you can only imagine what they fucking talked about. But what we know for sure is the behavior's changed. We see the outcome. We see what's pouring out. We don't know specifically what they talked about, but we see the results. We see the behavior. What does that behavior signal? It signals a change from somebody who used to be defenseless and freaking out to somebody who's now confident and calm and collected. Dare I say, maybe he's even rational now. What happened? What changed? Well, you compare that to everything else in human interaction, human psychology, and everything along those lines. You compare all that to this, I'm thinking he's just not scared anymore. What does that mean? No one ever... Let's put it this way. I'm not saying a war is coming, but I'm also not ruling it out. This is a strong possibility. But what we're pointing towards right here is someone who is no longer scared. Someone who's now friends with China. I'm just hoping that the US realizes this and doesn't poke the bear. Because if anything's gonna start a war, it's poking the goddamn bear too much. We're fine right now. Like back to the example of like random interaction on the street. Alright? If you're the idiot that doesn't know how to defend themselves, or you think you can fight, or you think you know some shit, you can defend yourself, and you don't realize the guy that you're talking to is a fucking like MMA fighter or some shit, like trained in that shit, ex-military or whatever, I don't know anything. He knows real shit. If you don't realize that, and you poke that bear without realizing a little bit too much, that's on you. That's your fucking fault for not realizing that shit. And here's the thing. Most of the time, the guy who knows some shit, he's gonna let you know very, very gently. Look, buddy, I know I can end you. Like, he's not gonna like keep it a secret. Like, he's trying to protect you from being ended. So he's not keeping that shit a secret. He's like, look, just calm down. Calm down, alright? Try to defuse the situation. It's no secret. Like, look, I can end you. Stop right now. Walk away. North Korea is not keeping that shit a secret either. They've flat out said that all we're doing is stopping testing. We are now happy with what we have. So now we're good. That's it. He didn't say we're getting rid of the nukes. Not even close. I don't know why the media is fucking spinning it this way. This is scary shit, the fact that they're misleading the public. Like, I'm just hoping I'm praying to the universe that we don't fucking poke that bear. Because that shit, combined with the fact that Russia can end anybody at any time now, China is like infinite man army, like, if you were to ask somebody in 1900, 1910, whenever, in the middle of the industrial explosion, everybody was getting rich, everybody was making money, everybody was prosperity everywhere. No one in history at that time had ever lived in such good, prosperous times. If you were to ask somebody living in 1905 or 1910 or whatever, oh, do you think there's going to be 2 fucking world wars that's going to wipe out countless millions of people senselessly? They would have thought you were a fucking crazy person. They would have been like, are you fucking... Lock this motherfucker up in an institution. Are you kidding me? There's not even close. We're living in the best times ever. Everything's doing great. We got trains coming. We got cars coming. Fuck the horses. Like, we got boats. We got the fucking Titanic and shit. Like, look at this shit. World War. Are you kidding me? Yeah, crazy psycho. And then what happened? World War I happened. Then what happened? World War II happened. Huh? All in under like 50 years. In one lifetime. In one goddamn lifetime. The biggest 2 wars in human history went down. Not to mention all the shit that happened after. Huh? So don't you dare fucking say that shit is out of the question. Huh? Especially when you see the pieces on the chessboard moving around, pointing to shit. You see patterns stretched across time. You see the way things were, the way things are. You can probably make some extrapolations about how things are gonna be. But you always have to be mindful of the very unlikely possibility of how things can turn out as well. What does that mean? Did I just blow your face off? Or did I just blow your face off right before? Huh? Right before what? I don't know. But we gotta get this episode in and upload it to YouTube for the aliens to find. Right before shit goes down. Now who knows? Let's take the optimistic perspective. Huh? Who knows? Maybe he's genuinely just not gonna poke the bear. Maybe Trump's, a little bit more restrained than that. But, drinking Diet Pepsi every day and eating KFC and watching the bullshit news that his own fucking government is peddling. Like, you have to understand, like, there's no such thing as unbiased news. There's no such thing as left news, right news. They're all owned by fucking corporations, which are owned by shareholders, and all they care about is pushing their agenda. All they care about is making money and pushing their agenda. There's no such thing as I'm gonna promote this point of view and that point of view, left versus right. No, that's just a fucking facade to divide people and make them go against each other because they're all tribal idiots still stuck in their monkey brains with no self-control. At the end of the day, they're all owned by the same people. Every single news outlet, you follow the money. It goes all the way up. They're all owned by the same fuckers with the same interests. But we'll get into that in topic 3. Bam. Get a little bit deeper into that in topic 3. Oh man, I got something in my eye. What's going on in my eye? Oh god. Oh Jesus. Oh my goodness. There it is. We're gonna take like literally just a cutting break so that we can get into this next topic. This one will blow your fucking face off too. Right before we drop this hint of guess who? This guy's a doctor. He's an astrophysicist. And don't get that shit confused with cosmologist. Alright? They're very, very separate. This guy's an astrophysicist. And a theoretical physicist. He's a goddamn physicist. And a doctor. Doctor of Physics. Why are we delaying? Alright, let's just take this break. We'll be back right after this.